What is going on, fellow investors and traders? My name is Jeff, and CannTrust is once again in trouble. Guys, what once seemed to be a really good investment idea, or perhaps a good stock to buy and then continue to buy into the dips, this company is under fire once again, and it is not looking too good. I'm going to break that down in this video. And then I'm going to talk about, is it time to sell your shares of CannTrust, or would this really be time to double down and buy up a bunch more? So quick update, guys, working very hard on my stock market course, Trade Alerts Pro, and I really aim to launch this course by early next week. Okay, I'm just really working out the final touches, trying to get everything situated and in order, and I also want to get some content uploaded on there too before this course is ready to go. Like I said, guys, the real basis behind this course is every time I make a long-term investment, anytime I buy call or put options, anytime I make a swing or day trade, or anytime I go short on a stock, you will get a notification through this course. I'm also going to throw my cryptocurrency strategy in just as kind of a bonus. Now, if there's any one of you that are interested in being personally mentored by me, or if you would like to come into this course, guys, and refine your skills and have me kind of build you from the ground up, teach you pretty much everything there is to know about trading stocks. Like I said, I have 19 years of experience trading stocks and ETFs. You know, this course would probably be right for you, so keep that in mind. We'll be ready to launch in roughly a week. Let's get into CannTrust, guys. Let's kind of unpack this mess that's been going on for the past few months. Before we do, though, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video. I appreciate all of your support, and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. I hate to always sound like a broken record. I'm just hoping and praying that those of you that did buy into CannTrust, you used a very small amount of money that you could easily part with in case we get in some of these situations like we are in now. Like I said, I did own a position in CannTrust, but I have sold out. Guys, I think this stock is going under $1, okay? And it's very possible once a stock gets under $1 that it'll be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. And the future looks very rocky in the short term for CannTrust. Even in the long term, there's a lot of problems that have popped up with this company, and I have sold out of my position. I took about a 34% loss, but again, guys, let me remind you, the loss did not hurt too bad. I only allocate 5% of my portfolio for MJ stocks, and CannTrust was by far my smallest position. And I just took the funds from the sale of CannTrust and I kind of divided it amongst ACB, Canopy Growth, and GW Pharmaceuticals. So, you know, this industry was up huge in 2018. 2019 has been brutal to the MJ sector. And even if you want to look at it like this, guys, CannTrust is at a very investable level right now if you thought, or you had the inkling, that this company was going to turn around. But that's really the thing, where it's currently trading at $1.29. Like I said, that's very investable level, but the future seems very uncertain. It's kind of bad. I really don't even know where to start with this stock, guys, but I'm only going to go back to August 9th. And CannTrust was down 11% that day on a withdrawal of auditor reports. This was dealing with the uncertainty with pending Health Canada decisions on the valuation of its inventory, biological assets, and revenue recognition, okay? That's when CannTrust announced that auditor KPMG is withdrawing its reports on the company's financial statement. Obviously, this is a very fishy and suspicious thing that is going on, and 11% of the share price dropped that day. And as a matter of fact, I think it ended up being quite a bit more than that. Then just 3 days later, on the 12th, it was down 25% pre-market on regulatory issues at its Vaughan facility. They're saying this was actually on modest volume, which I really doubt that. I'm sure by the end of the day, volume had spiked up really high, but this was in reaction to a recent audit by Health Canada that determined its Vaughan, Ontario facility is non-compliant with certain regulations. Now, that was a huge red flag there, guys. Anytime a company is non-compliant with regulations, especially in this type of industry, you know, there's still quite a bit of regulation surrounding the MJ industry. And if you are not going to be compliant with those regulations, I think that is your clear sign to sell any stock anytime they run into a serious violation like this. So to get into the details, some of you are probably familiar with this, but specific observations included the conversion of 5 rooms from operations to storage without regulatory approval, the construction of 2 new storage areas without regulatory approval, insufficient security controls, inadequate quality assurance, non-compliant standard operating procedures, and a failure to retain certain documents and information. So with the stock already down roughly 60% year to date, here on the 9th, guys, CannTrust was at $2.44. And you can do the math. It's basically been cut in half and has lost another 50% of value since that time on all this upsetting news. You know, it doesn't really seem like these shares have anywhere to go but down because it's all bad news. Institutional investors are not going to buy into this situation at all. The hedge fund managers that did own CannTrust are probably just going to sell out and distribute those funds amongst the other MJ stocks, probably really similar to what I did. This news broke yesterday on the 17th of September that CannTrust license got suspended in Canada and that the shares were down another 3%. They actually traded down 14% on the day. And that was their license to produce and sell cannabis, which is their main source of business. This might be the death strike. We don't really know all the details yet, but I'm calling CannTrust stock a strong sell. And here in just a moment, guys, I will talk about how stocks get delisted. I will go over that with you. Now, management is reviewing the notice of license suspension with counsel and advisor to determine the next steps. So if here in the next couple of days they were to get their license back, you might see a pop in the stock price. I still don't know if I would classify that as a good investment level or a good place to buy. We're just going to have to kind of take this one day at a time because this stock is going to be very, very sensitive every time news breaks out. Now let's talk about the delisting rule for the New York Stock Exchange, okay? And it's pretty much self-explanatory. The criteria to remain listed on an exchange differs from one exchange to another. And being that CannTrust is on the NYSE, okay, so if a security's price closes below $1 for 30 consecutive trading days, then the exchange would initiate the delisting process. So it does not take very long on the New York Stock Exchange. If CannTrust, like I said, trades down into the 90-cent level and then kind of stays there for a period of time, 30 consecutive trading days, they will become delisted, okay? Not only would I call CannTrust a strong sell, I would make it a very strong candidate to buy put options for. So that might be a good idea, perhaps, to make some of your money back if you are going to take a pretty big loss or substantial loss on CannTrust. You might want to trade against it. Pick up some put options or see if your broker has short shares available. I just think it's crazy that back in October of 2018, less than 1 year ago, this was a $10.65 stock. And like I said, has roughly lost almost 90% of its value at this point, and it's going to continue to trade down from here. Being that they worked out of compliance, guys, institutions will not get behind this company for a very, very long time. So I think CannTrust is in big trouble, and it's time to move on from this one. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for the video. If you're interested in Trade Alerts Pro, guys, go down to the comment section and mention that, and also tell me your opinion on CannTrust. What do you think is going on with this company? Should you be investing here or should you be selling? Thank you as always for watching the video, and have a great day.